Sure.
Hello everyone, I have Dinesh Kumar from Bangalore who cleared a PMI-ACP, Agile Certified Practitioner. We keep talking always PMP success. What is this new? Yeah, this is Agile certification. You have to know Agile going forward. You cannot tell that. I'm a contractor, engineering, I'm a movie director, I'm a lawyer, I will not learn Agile. Even if you go to parliament, you have to know Agile now. So agility is going to be part of it. And Dinesh cleared PMP in 2020 and he got an offer buy one, get one. So you got PMI ACP also. It's awesome. Actually, he did a lot of effort. He cleared in a very short time of duration after the classes. He was pretty very shrewd on learning things. So definitely we're going to learn from him because ACP, I will not take it as a granted certificate. Okay, it's a walkthrough. No.
Correct.
Some of them think that because they are taken CSM certification, Certified Scrum Master, which is just like that, they'll do it. They'll think, okay, ACP also who, but ACP back. You have to learn. PMI always have a standard. I won't use the word toughness. I'll use the word standard. If you go to Indian Institute of Management, a standard. Harvard University, a standard. Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding, a standard.
Standard.
So you should have a standard to go and meet them. So that standard is there. I'm so happy that Dinesh is able to clear it. Quickly, I'll bring up his certificate and profile. So he's a project manager at Avatar and he's shining well. I can see a good movie star there. Then we have his certificate. That's pretty important. Ooh, where is it? Here is it. Okay, now people ask me, hey, how come in PMP it's orange color, it's blue color here? Yeah, they still have some areas blue. They will change it. Don't worry. So that is with Dinesh. And once again, congratulations, Dinesh, from ShriLearning for your massive success. So we will be happy to hear from you.
Thank you, Sri, because it was really a relaxing moment because, same like as you just mentioned, PMP is a little bit different level when you see any kind of examination and the preparation really need a heavy work because we cannot take it any PMP exam in a light way because they will try to, round about you and to make you in some situation little bit to be very clear knowledge about the situation if we are in agile for sure because you should understand the different agile concepts otherwise PMI will make you to lose because that is very clear even if same like PMP because the preparation is really very important even any kind of PMI examination because we really need to hard work because that is the major success which I would like to share because even PMB I would able to clear in first time because that was also first attempt I was clearing it and again really need a clear strategy because you need to be a project manager exactly even clearing the PMI exam or any PMI exam even if PMP or ACP we need to have a clear structure but I can say that for a PMI ACP don't be agile because to preparation if you become a little bit agile then it will be little bit difficult to clear so for approaching a PMI ACP we can same like a PMP preparation because that will be having a good structured way to move and get it as early as possible. First would I like to share it but again it was a really good moment I was able to clear it in not a very long time I think it is overall I took around less than 1 month because
Pretty less, pretty less.
yeah in that so that is the first two.
Right. And what is your domain and what you work? Is this connected with the job learning?
Okay. From the domain point of view, basically was from finance. I was a finance manager and working in finance. Then I moved into software as a project management, maybe around now it is 10 years. I'm doing the project management in SAP FICO certification.
Okay.
FICO consultant, and then I was, now from last around 10 years, I am in project management in same company in Aptar itself.
Wow. What's your overall experience?
Total experience in Aptar, it is almost 17 years in same, and around 7 years I was a finance manager in the same company, and then moved into SAP consultant for 2 to 3 years. Then I moved into project management. Internal, but you can say that because our company is in manufacturing firm, we are a worldwide presence, and we are having an internal, information system, which is having almost around 300 plus people in worldwide.
Very good. Very good. See, you have more than 20 years of experience.
Yes, overall.
20, okay. Now,
Yeah.
in 20 years of experience, as you learn Agile, do you think it's a pretty new concept or it's already there around?
Okay, because earlier in project management, even in our company, it was not very huge, direction towards the agile methodologies, and it was over all waterfall models. Even I can say, even now it is not very famous in agile in our company, because, but some areas, some department, they are following agile, so because some teams they are following, because recently, because I am more into the SAP software, development implementations in different countries, and also some robotic process automation projects, and this kind of project actually we are using Agile, especially on the robotic process, because the outcomes are very uncertain. In that case, because SAP implementation, we normally use waterfall, because our systems are pretty defined, and all the scope is very clear, so we will just use the same way to move it into the another plant or another thing. But especially when you use a robotic process or some new ideas, when we implement it, we may use Agile. So it is a mixed method we follow in our company. There's not a specific one way.
Interesting. So you're in which city now?
Bangalore.
You're Bangalore, born, brought up, or some other place?
No, I'm born in Kerala, and migrated to Bangalore. I think it is in 97, and from there I am in Bangalore.
Wow. Long years, long years. What is the best thing you're missing from Kerala after coming here?
Best Kerala is especially, it's a different culture. Means especially it is more on different things. It's a native place always, When we are in colleges and schools, it is pretty not like Bangalore. Maybe now when I came to Bangalore, even I was liking Bangalore a lot, because it was very silent, and it was very like a lot of garden, free air. But now it's changed. Now it is a
pandemic is stopping it now. Let's see.
Yeah, because now it is a concrete city, not a more garden city, you can say.
What is the best thing in Bangalore, if you want to say?
Yeah, I was liking Bangalore more because of the gardens and fresh air. But now I'm losing it, but we need to.
Still it's better. Okay, great. Yep, Dinesh. So which book you preferred for reading for the examination?
Yes, I refer basically the McGrath book, PMB Exam Prep.
Okay.
Main book, and another one I was just reading once, the Agile Principle Practice Guide from PMI.
Yeah, 200.
It's only just once, only 2 books, no other books I referred at all.
But I think already you have some flavor of Agile with you.
Yeah, little bit, because not very, because I had some earlier after the PMB, because I was going for the Scrum certification, so I had a flavor of Scrum, understanding that, and also in our company, it was not very huge thing, but from last 1 year, some projects were working in Agile. So you can say I had a flavor for sure, but the better experience is in waterfalls.
So now, after doing PMP, you went to Scrum. Did you do the exam in the right hand or left hand? Scrum.
It's a big question.
See, PMP is something.
Yeah.
I know, sir.
Because again, Sridham, because this is about the way of your thinking, how you can be again be agile, change from your mindset very fast. This is very important.
See, Scrum is not about the exam. Some people think that exam is so easy, but actually, exam is not important. Scrum is
Yeah.
about the way of learning is important. The 2 days
Yes.
of learning, it makes your brain to think. You have to give more importance to people. Uh,
Correct.
encourage them to think more than you forcing something on them. So that is the intention of that program. By exam, you.
Yes.
Great. Now, last 1 week of preparation, what was your force towards this ACP exam? What you were doing?
Okay, my strategy, I was using the same like for the PMB because overall strategy is as I just mentioned earlier also the book because McGrath book we need to read it because I read it 3 times totally.
Wow.
First time is full reading because you are having some ideas but your mind will be not clear, but second time you will be fast reading but you will have more understanding because after 2 times you will have a pretty good idea of what you want to say and what you want to understand. The third time was actually a very quick go through for the area. So these 3 times I done the reading and then I am moving into some uh, attend of the mock exams because I attended almost around 5 mock exams totally.
Very good.
So this will clearly make you about the situation questions and ideas pretty good. If you are scoring around more than 75 to 80, I think then you can understand that you are pretty good in the idea. Then moving into the last 1 week, I was not attending any mock exams. Okay, for the last 1 week, I was clearly concentrating only on the important aspects of the book because reading some areas and also because if you see that I can just show you, I took the full book of the McGrath book and writing everywhere and marking all the areas
Got you.
they're very important.
You have a
So
habit of writing notes.
every morning,
You have a habit of putting notes.
yeah, writing notes, especially I was writing in the book itself and highlighting and marking the areas, not making separate notes because again this will be easy to revisit back. And I had made some like daily rituals for this, especially last week, same like PMP because PMP we used to say that page 89 and page 45 to just understand the tools and mechanics. Same way I used to like the important areas like the first daily ritual as you already suggesting to everyone in the class, the values and the principles. Write down daily. I used to write down daily, but maybe not with the good handwriting or something, but just for my understanding, every day writing that. And then about the very important areas, I just made some, which I feel it's very important. So I made like a daily rituals of around 20 points, which I need to take down. Something is like Tuckman models and our coaching and directing that our what the leader should do. So because I think this also looks very important, and that one I was writing every day to understand that. Then emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence area writing down. So I made around 20 points which I would like to write every day. So every day morning I was writing this first my practice around the 20 points for 1 week.
Pretty interesting. By the way, how your family looking at you? Last 6 months, you keep on writing PMP, CSM, ACP, always the books. How they look at you?
Yes, yes. It is a story because normally I PMP and even for ACP I was preparing really lot, but especially more on the night times and early morning. So maybe after everybody sleep, I will start my work of studying maybe around 4 hours continuously.
Okay.
Then maybe in the early morning around 2 hours. So around 6 hours daily, I used to prepare for exam.
Decent, very decent.
This
Great.
is very important. Otherwise, you cannot. Otherwise, you cannot achieve it because, especially, we cannot take a light to the PMI.
And how about exam? You went for a center-based online exam?
Went for the center-based exam because nearby, I think there is a center because it is not very far away, 2 kilometers. So it is. I don't wanted to take any risk of the, sometime because in PMB there were a lot of complaints were coming. People were missing to starting, and so I didn't want it to. Even PMB, I went to center.
Right, but the centers are busy packed now. How do you got for ACP slot?
Which one?
I mean, the centers are totally busy now. You can't get it easily this season.
But I think ACP, when I was looking on the calendar, it was available because it was available for the ACP because
I think that quota is open. They didn't touch that area, I believe. ACP, they kept it open.
yeah, yes. Because if I look all the centers, because I was searching around 2 to 3 centers in Bangalore, and in nearby Lalbag and nearby my area, there were for ACP there were a lot of slots open.
Okay.
For the PMP, no. It was really difficult when I written in October the PMB. If you see that time itself, it was really difficult to get the slot.
Now it is in Black Friday mode.
Oh, okay.
People, once the door open, people start rushing inside. That's what's happened last 4 days. One night, Black Friday sale.
Yes, correct. I agree on that.
Right. So how was the real exam experience? What was it? Is it a professional way they conduct inside the room and you got how the question started for you?
I think on the difficulty side, if you look, you can say that it is above medium, not up to like PMB, not that much tough, but it is not so easy also. I rate it as actually the midway between the medium and the high. PMB is really tough, and but SAP, I cannot say that we can ignore it and just write it. No, it is above medium. You can say that standard it is above medium.
You have to be conscious on the exam. You cannot.
Yes, that is very important because especially the PMI exam is reading the question is very important. They will in between they will say that what is the exception. So you may think the whole full everything is about thing, and last they will just say that what is not among these. So,
use the word except.
Yes, except.
Miss that word, read the 4 lines. I chose the right answer. Right.
Correct.
Last word.
So, yeah, except not. So these all are some small words they will put in between, and this is really you need to really read the questions very clearly. Otherwise, it is from the exam point of view. I think for the PMA exam, if you start from a regular approach with the simulation test, and then if you go to the center and or proctored exam, if you from the start, if you follow the regular approach in the reading the questions, you will have enough time. You will have enough time because only the thing is that don't spend too much time on one question. That is very important because if you don't know, just guess it, review it, mark for review and move forward because then you will have enough time because I have around 30 minutes in the last to review the questions.
That's a pretty long time, right? So in 2.5 hours, you're done with the exam.
No, totally. I have around 2.5 hours. I finished almost, and then I kept reviewing the reviewing points because I think I had marked around 15 questions for review because overall because somewhat it was a little bit tricky. So I wanted to review, and then I was sometime you think that PMA is making us to think like okay, why people are asking this kind of question. Okay. The situations are like that. So I marked that kind of questions actually for the review, and then I had enough time, around 30 minutes to review all the question again before submitting.
Very good, very good, very good. Great. And do they give break in the exam?
Which one?
I mean, do you have a break in the exam? Are they giving official break?
No break. No break. I think for the ACP exam, there is no break. And even I not took any break.
Okay. Okay.
PMP actually, because there is a scheduled break, because after the around 90 questions, the message will pop up that you cannot. But
Going forward, they're introducing 2 breaks in PMP.
oh, okay. Now with the new model, right?
New model also they reduced the question, 180 questions.
Yes, reduce the questions.
So 2 breaks, I think that will make people to clear exams better. I feel so. Anyway, that's a different story. Good, super. And so I think when you write the exam, you got a confidence, you'll easily clear because the way you completed 2.5 hours, it means you're confident on what you are.
Yes.
Wow. Great, great.
Again, I mark for the preparations, because that is very important when you are looking at especially the ShriLearning mock test also is really, I can grade it as very high. And I took the same McGrath book simulation test also.
Very
Because
good.
I went to that site and I purchased it and I took that also.
Very good. Very
I
good.
think these two are really very good examples. I think same kind of some situation can repeat it in the ACP exam, because in the ShriLearning exam, I think the same kind of the situations where 2 or 3, I think around 4 to 5 questions I got the same kind of situations.
Right. So how much is Mike Griffith simulation charge? Or how much questions are there?
Which one, Magrat?
You got a simulator from Mike Griffith, right?
Yeah. I think it was same 200 questions, and they have around. You can take multiple times the same, but it was costing something around 3 or 4,000 Indian rupees.
I think it's worth it. The 200 questions are
Yeah,
worth
it's worth it, because especially if you follow the McGrath book, this also worth it, the simulator, because you will get the flow, and then also with our simulator. This also really good simulator. I can say that I
it.
grade very high as also ShriLearning simulator. This is also really very good, because I wanted to look more situation. That's why I went to purchase.
You always want to tell, try me. Come on, go now. Exam, try me. Come on.
Because I wanted to make it, because I didn't want it to reappear again, because that is, if you see that 5 mock test means it is almost around 15 hours, right? Because
Yeah, pretty good efforts. Super, Dinesh. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that on this Christmas day on a holiday you came back and gave some inputs to us. If you want to give a couple of do's and don'ts, anything pops up in your mind for the people?
no, for the people, the preparation, the main advice is that don't take it light. This is very important. The ACP exam, don't take it light, and be prepared hard and make a strategy, because without a strategy, don't go, because okay, today I will just prepare maybe half an hour, or if you are preparing half an hour, make a clear plan what you need to do. And when you wanted to attend the exam, make it a clear plan. That is very important for the success. Without a plan, don't approach ACP or a PMP or any other exam. Be a project manager. I can say that. Be a project manager, real project manager. So you can plan it. The strategy is very important for the exam.
Good. I think you are totally spoiled by PMP this year. Strategic, plan oriented.
Yes, maybe with a new year, after new year again, maybe I will come back to you for maybe SAFE or some other certification.
Scaled agile is always there. So yeah, Dinesh, 2020, I think you materialized really well the work from home timeline and you completed
Okay.
2 certificates. Really, really a big deal.
Yes.
Now the next big thing what you will do is you will implement this, and you have to only by implementing remember it wisely.
And I really thank you, Sri, because your way of coaching is really very good, because it give a clearly good picture about the important aspects, and how you are guiding the classmates exactly how to achieve it, and how you should prepare it, because especially the daily rituals of the values and principles, because this is really important for the exam. I really thank for that kind of advice, because that made me to, to get here in very soon. Otherwise, I think it is very difficult to get in short time.
Good to
That
know.
is,
You
I
should.
really thank you for that. That is.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And I guess it's a lot of commitment from day one from you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Super. Keep winning more. Happy for joining with us, and let 2021 be a great rocking year for you.
Thank you, Sri. Thank you for all your time and support and guidance.
Thank you. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you.